Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, chat. How are we all doing, chat? We doing good? Yeah, this game's good. Kick rocks. Yeah, y'all know the drill. Chat, we have a lot of news to break down. We have a lot of news to break down. And so I hope you feel. Mhm. Oh my. That we are ready. Alrighty, chat, let's dive right into it. Let's dive right into this. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Swag Frog. Hello, Hall Table Heroes. As we prepare to enter the era of Andor, we spent a lot of time analyzing the feedback from our 10th anniversary launch. While we are taking a conservative approach to the changes for this era, we are implementing several key quality of life adjustments to reduce friction, protect players from overspending too early, and provide a clear roadmap for progression. Reducing early era pressure. One of the loudest pieces of feedback was the crystal crunch at the start of the era. To address this, we will make the following changes. Lowered requirements for the first three marquees of the Andor era. The era level requirement for the final tier has been reduced from 70 to era level 55. Requirements for the final three marquees will remain at era level 55, as players will have had more time to naturally accumulate materials by that stage. Smart store management. We are temporarily removing tier 8 material bundles from the store until they are actually applicable. We want to ensure players don't accidentally overspend on materials that they are currently gated from using due to Zerk ability material constraints. Coliseum and strategic variety. We want Coliseum to feel like a place where your roster growth is always a benefit. Power scaling. Summon units will now scale based on your highest level era unit rather than the lowest. This ensures that when you unlock a new marquee at a low EL, your overall Coliseum power doesn't dip. Leader-based summons. To add a layer of strategy, the units you summon will now change based on your leader. The rebel leader will bring different reinforcements than ISB, Imperial Security Bureau leader, allowing for more tailored theory crafting. Units adjustment. Summoned units will be available on later tiers than we had on the 10th anniversary. The change for Coliseum. If the leader is a rebel fighter, summon the following units in the associated Coliseum tier. How saw Cinta Vel. The leader is ISB, summon the following units. Imperial Probe Droid, Krennic, KX, Partagaz. Summon units will be at the player's highest era level brought into battle rather than the lowest. Tier 5 through 8 will now summon units previously only tiers 1 through 4 did. Hero abilities. These are currently being targeted for release. Oh. Hero ability. I don't like the sound of that. I already don't like the sound of this, chat. Hero abilities? Oh, gosh. Hero abilities? Oh, gosh. Each challenge here will now 4 feat system of the era challenge. Each challenge here will now feature 4 distinct feats with escalating era level requirements. Players era challenge will have only 1 feat per tier, with other 5 will have 4 feats. A reason to revisit challenges as your squad grows, giving everyone, especially free to play players, more opportunities to earn rewards and engage the new units through the era. Clear roadmap for Cassian Andor. To eliminate the moving goalpost feeling, we want to be upfront about the journey guide requirements from day one. Requirements. The requirements for Cassian Andor Undercover will be similar to Maul event. Oh gosh. Andor marquee. Okay, so we need all the Andor. One through required marquees 1 through 5, 4-star, level 45, level 55, level 70, and it's still level 85. Oh my gosh. Squadron you recruit during the era of Andor are your tickets to exclusive era battle launching the next cycle. Strengthening your team now ensures you're ready to secure high value resources when the battle begins. Our goal is to have 12 era battle event runs per era, alternating between on and off weeks through the cycle. There will be 2 different era battles, each with different requirements. Wait. Oh, shoot. My bad, chat. Hold on. I have a question. I have a question. Chat. So, do we have news on the era battle requirements for the 10th anniversary? 10th anniversary. Um, wait. Quick question for Gregory. Please care. What? Okay. And then, all right, so, okay, you can get up to level 80. So, okay, that makes sense. So, in order to get to level 85, you can get 5 stars, but you still need all the characters at 7 stars. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's go. Let's keep moving. Since we have not, or from the Andor journey be the same quality. Since we have not, since we do not see these units are being required in the future for a regular fleet. I assume is the case just for trans. Let's see. Hey, there we go. All right, chat, let's go. I'm not seeing anything neat about Cassian. Chat, which one are we doing? Are we doing Era? Are we doing part 1? Or are we doing part 2? Are we doing Rebels? Or are we doing Empire first? Well, any news yet? What do you think? Might as well go in order. Catch up spend for a new fleet or the Hey, there we go. All right, let's see. Well, hello, how table heroes. Welcome to the era of Andor, where the sparks of the rebellion ignite the fires of freedom. For all information on the era of Andor, head over to this post. We just did this. Now, kits, we have Clea, Vale, Cinta, Dedra, Major Paz. Cassian is the legendary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then KX Enforcer, Droid Marquee. Why why is it being listed as that? Unfortunately, not all kits have their art approved at this time for the post, but I want to make sure you at least got the information for them to read through. As I get the approved art, I will add this post with them. Ruth and Rail's most trusted partner and the operational backbone of the entire Rebel network. Clea proves that the rebellion was built by those willing to do whatever it takes, even when it meant crossing others who wouldn't dare. Okay, is designed to be a high-powered marquee attacker who slots seamlessly into Cassian Andor undercover and Luthen Rail's Rebel Fighter Squad. Understand. There we go. There we go. All right, what has she got? What is her character? What is it for? Oh, it better be Grand Arena. Yeah, I don't even think. Well, I don't know if we're gonna be investing. Unique 3v3 Grand Arena. 3v3 Grand Arena. So it's the Access Curator. Oh, okay. Okay. So she's a Grand Arena character. Alrighty. Alright, let's read her kit. Let's read the kit, chat. Basic ability, deal physical damage to the target enemy. If Luthen Rail was an ally at the start of the battle, this attack can't be evaded. If all allies are rebel fighters, this attack will always be a critical hit if able and deals 100%, 150% critical damage against undermined enemies. Yeah, we don't care. Undermined is plus 25 speed, minus 25% critical avoidance and critical chance. Can't gain bonus turn meter. Passing spreads undermine across enemies, setting up plays. Okay, okay. I know what I want. Special 1, cooldown of 4. Inflict undermine on target enemy for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled. Call Luthen Rail and random rebel fighter ally to assist. Then Clea assists. Rebel fighter allies gain offense up for 2 turns at the end of that turn. Yeah, we already know what undermine does. Special 2. This is do or die. Cooldown of 4. Zeta. Do physical damage to all enemies and inflict burning for 1 turn. Remove 50% turn mirror for the undermined enemies and increase their cooldowns by 1. Target allies gain keen stratagem for the rest of the encounter. If target ally is Luthen Rail and he has 25% health or less, defeat him and he can't be revived. Revive all rebel fighter allies with 100% health. Inflict ability block on all enemies for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. All rebel fighter allies gain Rebel Network for the rest of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Rebel Network, 30% critical chance, 30 speed, and immunity, healing immunity. When this character is defeated, revive with 100% health. Whenever this character defeats an enemy, dispel all debuffs on this character, and all allies recover 100% health and protection. Chat, can't hear me. What do y'all mean you can't hear? It's because it was turned down, chat. My bad. My bad. Nah, my bad. My bad. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's for Andor. Uh, okay, all right, good now, better. All right, perfect. All right, chat. So there's the first one. Seems skippable. I don't have lately. I have always Zeta Omicron. Final text. Clea has 50 plus 50% potency and plus 30% critical chance. Whenever an undermined enemy inflicts Clea with a debuff, she dispels all debuffs on herself and reduces her cooldowns by 1. Allies with Keen Stratagem have plus 25% accuracy and they ignore taunt. Nar Luthen Rail uses a special ability, inflict the target enemy with Undermine for 1 turn. Clea gains 10% turn mirror whenever a Rebel Fighter ally is damaged once per turn, 20% if that ally is Luthen. While Luthen Rail is active, Clea can't be targeted and has 100% evasion. Cassian Andor Undercover is active, and Luthen was not at the start of battle. Clea gains the same benefits. The first time Luthen's health is reduced 25% or less, he gains damage immunity for 1 turn, and Clea takes a bonus turn. While in 3v3 Grand Arena, at the start of battle, if there are no Galactic Legend allies, if the ally in the leader slot is Saw or Mothma, Clea gains bonuses based on the leader. If the leader is Saw, Clea gains access, and then blah, blah. Clea can't be defeated until his health is reduced 25% or less. The first time Luthen's health is reduced 25% or less, Clea resets cooldowns over special. This is do or die. I know inflict buff immunity on target enemy for 1 turn. Okay, so alrighty. Whoa, Vel. Hey, Vel. What's up? Uh, yeah, just read post. We gotta assume these units are not needed for a new fleet. Concrete. They did better being transparent. There we go. Alrighty. I got Luthen, but I have not leveled him up. Hmm. That's basically me, chat. That is basically me in a nutshell. All right. There we go. Luthen should be either next Proving Grounds or yeah. He will be. He will be. All right, blah blah. Designed to work with Cassian Andor. Rebel Fire Squads. Heavy with Cassian, Cinta, Clea, Luthen. Yeah. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and inflict offense down for one turn. The target is undermined. This offense down can't be dispelled. Veil gains stack of resilient defense and additional stack of undermined enemy for 2 turns, max 8 stacks. On her turn, if all enemies are undermined, Rebel fighter allies gain protection up 50% for 1 turn, and Veil gains reflective ward for 1 turn until she receives damage. I mean, she's a baddie, yeah. Um, yeah, no one cares about the design, FAQ, blah blah. Special 1, Disrupting Barrage. Deal physical damage to all enemies and blind them for 1 turn. Blind can't be resisted by undermined enemies. Rebel fighter allies gain Entrenched for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented if all enemies are undermined. Rebel fighter allies gain critical chance up and critical damage up for 2 turns. Trench plus 50% defense. Deal 25% more damage for each other entrenched ally. For 5% health and protection at the start of their turn. And then unique, TB. TB, yeah, we're not even gonna read that. It's territory battles. Do you guys want to read territory battles? What? Oh, okay. Assets to come here, to come later here. What? What do they mean, assets to come here later? Fueled by trauma, losing her family to Imperial stormtroopers. What? Is a stealthy attacker who will team up with her. What? Oh, Cinta. Oh, it's just Cinta. Who the hell is Cinta? Oh, it's the. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get canceled. Basic blaster burn. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and inflict defense down for 1 turn. If they are undermined, this defense down can't be dispelled. And then she stealths for 1 turn. Deal physical damage to the target enemy. Cinta stealths for 2 turns. Inflict breach for 1 turn. If they are breached by this ability, ability block them for 1 turn. If they are ability blocked by this ability, death mark them for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled. This ability can't be resisted by undermined enemies. Unique territory wars. Dedra. Dedra is a beloved intact. Wait, hold on. I gotta make sure nothing's. I gotta make sure I didn't miss anything. Um, Okay. All right. I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything. Bro, that's one character in Andor. I didn't know. It means they don't have all the art approved yet. Okay. We'll move on. Dedra, beloved antagonist. Yeah. Basic covert action. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and expose them for one turn. If they are already exposed at the start of Dedra's turn, she deals an additional 50% bonus damage and gains retaliate for one turn. Special 1, watch your back. Dispel all debuffs on ISB allies. So ISB is a new tag, confirmed. And Dedra gains tenacity up for 2 turns. Call all other ISB allies that are not undermined and the target ally to assist. Then undermine target other ally for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, or resisted. Grant assisting allies offense up for 2 turns, and they recover 15% of their max health at the end of the turn. Yeah, we already know what that is. Do not bore me. Dedra gains 20% critical chance and critical damage, and additional 20% stacking max 100 for each undermined ISB ally until she uses her basic on her turn. If Dedra is rank 2 or above, she gains protection up 20% for 2 turns. If Dedra is rank 3, all ISB support allies grant all ISB support allies retribution and speed up for 2 turns. Okay. Unique systems either change or die. Zeta Omicron. 3v3 Grand Arena. At the start of the battle, if all allies are ISB, Dedra gains 35% tenacity and 50% turn meter. Whenever another ISB age ally triggers expose on enemy on their turn, Dedra undermine that ISB ally for 1 turn. Additionally, if Dedra is rank 3, whenever ISB ally uses special ability against the enemy if exposed, they inflict torture on the target enemy for 2 turns at the end of the turn. Whenever Dedra Undermine is an ISB ally, she recovers 10% of her max health and gains Overconfident for 2 turns. Whenever an undermined ISB ally takes a turn, she gains 10% turn meter. Whenever an ISB ally undermined debuff expires, they gain Overconfident for 2 turns. When Dedra has Overconfidence, she is immune to taunt effects. While in 3v3 Grand Arena at start of battle, Dedra exposes all enemies for 2 turns and gains 30% max health. While ISB allies are undermined, they have 80% offense and defense. While when ISB allies gain undermined, if they are already below 50% health or drop below 50% limit once per undermined, they gain protection up and tenacity up 20% until they are no longer undermined. When Dedra is undermined, an ISB ally below 50% health, she gains potency up for 2 turns. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. All right, Partagaz. Yeah. A thesis, please. Basic ability. Inflict health down on target enemy. For 2 turns during his turn, call target other ISB ally to assist, dealing 25% more damage per rank Major Partagaz has. If Major is rank 2 or above, all ISB allies gain speed up for 2 turns. Rank 3 also daze the target enemy for 1 turn. Special 1, authority is brittle. The leader. Okay. Can I? Thank you. Call all ISB allies to assist, and they recover 20% health and protection. If all allies were ISB at the start of the battle, all enemies are target locked for 2 turns. If the target enemy was already target locked, all ISB allies have their cooldowns reduced by 1. If rank 3, blind target enemy for 2 turns and increase cooldowns of all enemies by 1. Rank 2, allies gain retaliate for 2 turns and 5% tenacity stacking for rest of the encounter. Rank 3, ISB allies gain tactical supremacy for 2 turns. Leader, calibrate your enthusiasm. I'm trying. At the start of battle, Partagaz inflicts potency down and speed down on all enemies for 2 turns. ISB allies gain 50% bonus protection. 30 speed, and ISB allies that are rank 3 ignore taunt effects on their turn until the end of the battle. ISB allies have plus 25% critical chance, defense, and tenacity at rank 1. These bonuses are doubled at rank 2 and quadrupled at rank 3. Whenever an enemy recovers protection, all ISB allies gain 5% offense stacking until the end of the battle. ISB allies deal 5% more damage when targeting a target locked enemy, recover 5% health and protection. ISB allies inflict speed down for 2 turns whenever they attack out of turn. While in Grand Arena, Major blah 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 starts the battle at rank 3 and gains 50 speed whenever an allied ISB support gains retaliate. They also gain 20% bonus protection for 1 turn, and whenever an ISB ally is damaged, Mayor Party has 15% turn meter. The first time each ally falls below 30% health, they recover 30% health and protection. ISB support allies stealth for 1 turn. ISB tank allies taunt for 1 turn. Oh God, I don't. Unique 1, security is an illusion. Whenever Major inflicts a debuff on an enemy, all enemies lose 5% potency, stacking max 50% at the start of battle. If all allies are SB, Major can't be targeted for the rest of the battle. Whenever an enemy gains foresight or stealth, dispel it and expose that enemy for 2 turns with 1 stack for each Major has, which can't be evaded or resisted. Whenever an enemy recovers protection, remove 5% of their max protection, stacking until the end of the battle. At the start of Major turn, all ISB allies gain 20% offense for 2 turns. If there are no other allied combatants at the start of the turn, he escapes from battle. Okay. Chain of command. If all allies are ISB, Major Pargas starts the encounter at rank 2. Whenever an ISB ally uses special ability, other ISB allies at rank 2 or higher gain 10% counter chance stacking. Whenever an enemy is defeated, ISB allies increase their rank by 1. ISB allies defeated, active ISB allies decrease their rank by 1. Okay, and then we have the Legendaries kit reveal. We do have the Legendaries kit reveal. Hmm. For episode pass 200 Mario. Where are we at? Um, do we have confirmation on the requirements for the 10th anniversary era battle? So, CJ, haha. 10th. Okay, no. 10th. There we go. Passing Andor undercover. Here we go with his kit reveal. Oh gosh. Basic Clem. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and inflict speed down for 1 turn. If they already had speed down from this ability, undermine them for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. If they were already undermined, undermine another random enemy who doesn't already have it for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. During his turn, if all enemies are undermined, call all other rebel fighter allies to assist. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything regarding him being required for the raid or anything like that. That is good news, chat. That is the good news. Special 1, Keith Gergo. Spell all debuffs on Rebel Fighter allies and they gain high morale for 1 turn, which can't be copied, and 10% turn mirror. Deal physical damage to all enemies and an additional instance of damage for undermined enemies. Undermine the enemy with the least turn mirror for 2 turns. Bless me. Thank you, guys. Variant Sky, cooldown 4, Zeta, Omicron, wow. Oh, it's Grand Arena Legendary. I wish we would have known that about Maul, but we're moving on. Target other Rebel Fighter ally gains 50 speed for 1 turn and recovers 20% health and protection. If all allies are Rebel Fighters, target other ally also gains VIP until they are damaged, which we already have with Shorty, damaged twice. Cassian deals 30,000 true damage to a target enemy, which can't be evaded, and blinds them for 1 turn. Undermine the enemy in the leader slot for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. This ability deals 15,000 more true damage for each turn a VIP has taken this encounter, stacking max 150,000 additional damage. On Grand Arena, if all allies are Rebel Fighters, target other Rebel Fighter ally gains damage immunity for 1 turn. Rebel Fighter allies gain 10% turn mirror and max health for the resting encounter. Target enemy is inflicted with healing immunity for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled or resisted. And if they're undermined, all other enemies with undermine are undermined for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. Okay. Unique ability, More Than Your Fear, Zeta. And Omicron, Cassian has plus 50% critical avoidance and undermine enemy and gains 100% counter chance at the start of each non-undermine enemy turn until the end of their turn. Cassian is immune to critical hit immunity. Whenever Cassian attacks out of turn, he inflicted with vulnerable for 1 turn. If there are no Galactic Legends at the start of the battle, so no anti-Galactic Legend, whenever there are 3 or more out of turn attacks during an enemy's turn, that enemy is undermined for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. If an enemy is undermined, Cassian gains Fearless until no enemies are undermined. Whenever an enemy who wasn't undermined is undermined, Cassian gains 10% turn mirror. Whenever an undermined enemy removes turn mirror from Cassian, all enemies lose 25% turn mirror. Whenever an enemy with undermine gains a buff from their ally, that ally is undermined for 1 turn, which can't be resisted, and at the end of the turn, all buffs are dispelled on the enemy who gained the buff, and the Rebel ally fighters have their debuffs dispelled. At the start of Cassian's VIP's turn, Cassian recovers full health and protection whenever Cassian's VIP uses special ability. The target enemy is undermined for 1 turn. While in Grand Arena, the enemy that damages an ally with Cassian's VIP is undermined for 1 turn, during which can't be dispelled or resisted. At the start of Cassian's VIP turn, also recover full health and protection for the weakest ally. Whenever Cassian's VIP uses an ability, the target enemy is undermined for 1 turn. So he has a leader ability as well. Huh? Rebel fighter allies have 100% potency and 50% defense. Undermined enemies have minus 25% speed and can't be assisted. If all allies are rebel fighters, Cassian takes only 1 damage from attacks unless he is critically hit on that turn. Rebel fighter allies have 100% tenacity until the rebel fighter ally is defeated, excluding summon units. Start Cassian's VIP turn, all undermined enemies lose 10% max health for the rest of the encounter. And Rebel Fighter allies gain 10% defense penetration and offense stacking for the rest of the encounter. While Rebel Fighter ally has Cassian's VIP, all allied Rebel Fighters have plus 100% critical avoidance. Whenever an enemy dispels undermine, Rebel Fighter allies gain 20% turn mirror. Whenever an enemy dispels a buff on a Rebel Fighter ally, that they are undermined for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. While in Grand Arena, Rebel Fighter allies take reduced damage from percent health damage effects and gain instant defeat immunity, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented until a Rebel Fighter ally is defeated, excluding summon units. Whenever an ally is damaged while they have casting to VIP, the cooldown of Variant Sky is reset at the start of casting to VIP turn. Rebel fighter allies gain 5% mastery. Yay. Okay, chat, there we go. And then kit reveal part 2. FOMO. Information on what the IPD or crank chain command uniques are. Tomorrow we're going to get reworks on that on IP Imperial Probe Droid. All that. Looks like a fun error. Gotta say, great job, CG. There we go. All right, I'm here. What are our thoughts so far? I mean, yeah, Chads. What? Our forums have a 60,000 character limit? Oh my goodness. Wait, how do we unlock him? Wait, is this a marquee chat? Oh, it is. It is. It's a marquee chat. I thought this was the next conquest unit. Okay, okay. I thought it was next conquest unit. All right, all righty. Yeah, okay, that's blah, blah. All right, baton deployed. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and gain a stack of overcharge, max 5. And recover 20% health and protection per stack of overcharge. During his turn, if he has 5 stacks of overcharge, shock the enemy for 1 turn, which can't be resisted, and remove all overcharge stacks. Yep. Okay, special, please do not resist. KX security droid gains offense equal to 2% of his defense for 1 turn. Deal physical damage to all enemies, and KX gains defense up and taunt up for 2 turns. If all allies are ISB, also gain alert and protection up 100% for 2 turns. Other ally ISB droids take 5% max health damage that ignore protection. If the security droid is rank 2 or above, call him to assist. If he is rank 3, stagger the target enemy for 1 turn. Unique 1, Controlled Operations, Zeta Omicron, TW. At the start of the battle, KX gains 15% max health for each ISB ally. Whenever KX security droid gains 5 stacks of overcharge, he gains max health 10% stacking. If KX attacks target locked enemy, expose them for 2 turns. If KX is critically hit, He gains a stack of overcharge and inflicts defense down on the attacking enemy for 2 turns. Whenever an ISB droid ally is defeated, KX gains Frenzy for 2 turns and a stack of Andor for the rest of the encounter. Whenever an Undermine ally is damaged, taunt for 1 turn, and whenever KX is undermined, he gains protection up 25%, stacking for the rest of the encounter. Alrighty, the Unique 2 Chain of Command at the start of battle. KX gains rank 1 whenever KX attacks out of turn. While taunting, he gains a rank. Whenever taunt is dispelled, he loses rank. While KX rank 2 or above, his basic deals 10% true damage based on his max health. Whenever he's rank 3, he has a 100% counter chance. Alrighty. There it is, chat. There it is. Um, let's see. What? What? Yeah, wait. What was it? What was it? What was it? Control F undermine. Yeah, it's gonna be like damage. Damage. 100 undermine. Here it is. Uh, okay, chat, what are your thoughts? What are our thoughts? What's up, George? How you doing? Oh yeah, let's shout out everybody that's here. Swag Frog, Zoltar, Running Bald Man, Stefan, Slaps, Sub Guy, Ren, GC, Lil, Rule of Two, Bill, Swigo, Overlord, and George. Welcome, chat. All right, what are we thinking, chat? WL or meh? WL or meh? Okay. Um, so far the same as Mace for Maul and his Marquise. Okay, there we go. All right, chat. I'm just trying to get some answers as well. I don't know, chat. I'm not that excited for there. It's gonna be fine. Update the sub count trooper. Yeah, we need to update it. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Uh, what? Sorry, chat. There we go. I don't know, chat. It's interesting. What I'm wondering is, does Cassian counter is is or vice versa? Yeah, there's just a lot of yeah. I don't know. Legendary unlock. He's a legendary. Yeah. So Cassian here. I'll show. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. Here's the news. Uh, blah 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 blah. Cares? Who cares? Yeah, so Cassian is going to be the require is the legendary. Those are the six marquees, chat, and these are the requirements for the event. These are the requirements, chat. On chat. All right, let me get rid of that poll. All right, so it's split 50% W, 50% math. Yeah, I wish they front load a bit more too. Yeah, and there's no news on the mole. Yeah, there's just so many questions that are not being answered. I don't know. I don't know, chat. Yeah, I don't know, chat. And there's no mention of them being needed. Yeah, the squad you recruit during the era of Andor are your ticket into an exclusive era battle launching in the next cycle. Yeah, 12 era battle event run per era. So we should get 12 for Maul. So that if that's true, we should get 12. The 12 cycle right battle format. is that for the anniversary era units as well? Oh, yay! Hey, we got confirmation, chat. We got confirmation. Hold on, chat. Can you speak on if the requirements for the tiers will be the same as makes this time or not? There we go. Hold on. There we go, chat. We just got confirmation. There we go. There will be an error battle for the mall. Here you guys go. I begged and begged for an answer. Y'all are welcome. Here you guys go. Uh, there it is, chat. There you guys go. Confirmation confirmed right there. Um, yeah, yep, yep. Say, oh, there we go. There we go. Silent stream. No, I'm just trying to get information. Welp, out of here. See ya. All right, see ya, Swigo. That's kind of nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Confirmed, huh? Yep, yep, yep. It is confirmed. Uh, let's see. I think that's it, chat. What's up, Boogie? We just broke down the news. We just broke down the news, Boogie. What did I miss? You missed Andor kit reveals and news and everything like that. Basically, you missed everything. Basically, you missed everything. Yeah. But alrighty, chat. We're gonna. Well, I can't raid Ranger. Son of a gun. Redirect. Who can I? Is anyone? Am I the only content creator that broke down these? Okay. Okay. I am off work tomorrow. We may do a later stream. But chat, I will catch y'all later. God bless y'all. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.